Hello, M Special is here again, and I say good evening to all my subscribers and my viewers. I have come to bring to you another news concerning my continent, Africa. This time around is talking about things fall apart. Let's go to the news to hear what it has to say. Please do not forget that M Special is a Biafran agitating for Biafra freedom, talking about Biafra under Mazi Nnamdi Ukwu, Nigeria, Africa in general, every perspective and every news that comes out from African continent, especially the news that will put us to our rightful position. I deliberate on the news that we all read the same news. You have the final say. On M Special, we hope to make the world a better place, better than we met it. So please do subscribe to my channel if you really want to know what's going on in Biafra land, in Nigeria, and in Africa in general. If you do want to know about how government functions in Africa, how forward, how backward, and how their perspectives are comparing to the Western world. Come along, sign up to my channel by subscribing, and when you do so, please do put on your notification bell, as I do upload video at least twice a week. At times, depending on my time and depending on the video or the news, I may upload on a daily basis. On M Special, I deliberate and you have the final say. Let's go to the news. Do not forget to bring on your comments. Your comments matters a lot because it's through the comments that we interact. I do not know it all, and I can learn from you. Hit on the like button, share my videos, and even when you dislike the video, let me know why you do so that I may learn from your own perspective too. On M Special, we educate each other. Let's go to the news. 2021 outlook for Africa. Things fall apart. During the first decade of this century, Africa seized many opportunities brought about by globalization. The opening of global markets and increasing global trade resulted in high growth rates for many African economies. While the global financial crisis (GFC) in 2008 battered the developed countries, Africa barely felt its effect, even if its global trade was mainly commodity-based. It brought about much needed economic development in the continent and pulled many Africans out of poverty. Note that there was so much optimism that the narrative Africa Rising gained traction. However, in the second decade, the multiple effects of the American Shale Revolution, the economic and debt crisis within the Eurozone countries, as well as the declining growth rates in China, started to have an economic impact on Africa. To make matters worse, the economic stagnation in Nigeria and South Africa, coupled with the Arab Spring affecting the northern African countries, dented the overall growth of the African continent. Now, going into the third decade, not only has the coronavirus pandemic unended the African Rising narrative, but it has exposed all the major vulnerabilities of African economies. There are ominous signs And what Nigerian writer Chinua Achebe wrote in 1958 seems appropriate to describe the situation. Things fall apart. So as we all can see on that news, how Africa has gone from high to bottom. And if you listen to that news, you will know that Africa always rises whenever they are out of the hands of the West. Whenever the West are struggling and they have no time to look into Africa, that is when we make the most profit of what we have and who we are. As soon as they regain themselves, the continent will go down again. Is this not talking and telling I and you something? Is it not speaking to the African leaders? Does African leaders not seeing all this news that we do see? Are their secretaries and their information ministers not looking into this news and making proper changes? What is wrong with the leadership in Africa? What is wrong with the leadership in Africa? The leadership in Africa is what is to be blamed for the insults that the African citizens are facing all around the globe. Even when we know it better, when they look into our continent, they disagree to agree with us that we know better than they do, because they feel every African must be like their leaders. And that is why I keep hammering on African leaders. And I keep asking them, if Africa is to be their private business, if Africa is to be their own family, would they rule or oversee it the way they are doing? They don't know the good thing to do to Africans, but they know how to send their own children to the best places of the world to become somebody. Is that justice there? When only a man is the king in a whole continent or a whole village, that man suffers because he will not have a peaceful night's rest. That is exactly what is happening in Africa. How long are we going to stay in this planet Earth that you should allow your fellow men from elsewhere to come and tell you how you live your life, even when there is no life to live? The world is stepping into another phase of humanity, yet Africa is still struggling to come out from the last phase that the world has faced off. We can't produce our goods. Our people on seat of power has made themselves the servants instead of the kings that they are. No matter how much they are owing, if only they can realize themselves, I bet every African and any citizens of this world that Africa in 5 years will be the best that it's supposed to be. The problem of Africa is just nothing but of common sense. Yes, I know that we have the powers that be that is struggling and that does not want us to see. But a common sense man can supersede any Goliath on his or her way. And that is the moment we are in. The metrics have fallen, but African leaders failed to understand this, that this is the time for Africa. Leave what is outside and build up Africa for African citizens. We are tired to be everywhere at any time without recognition. We are tired to be in a weather that we are not born into. We are to be looked down on even when we are the best. Are African leaders not seeing this? Look at what is going on in Nigeria. None of the African organizations are talking about it. Does it mean that even if others made you to be an individual person and you watch their news and you see how they live collectively, won't your own common sense as a leader in Africa tells you something? We African people are known to be community people. We are known to be people that love our brethren. We are known to be our brother's keepers. But the powers that be has come in and destroyed all that. But does that mean that we should continue to sit where they kept us? Please, the leaders of Africa, do the needful for African citizens. Because when you back off, history will curse you. You will be a cursed man, and your generation will be cursed. Because this new generation of Africa will not take it as the old one. We will not read the good side of you when you have no good side when you back off from life. Know this, and your children will continue from the bad name that you have given to them. Africa needs to change for the good of Africans, built by Africans through Africans' narratives. Thank you, and God bless you. Let me know what you think about this news. Do you think we do well when our leaders are serving the West? Or do you think that it's always better for Africans when we pull out from them? According to this news, things has truly fall apart. But do not forget, we are on a new era. This is also the time for Africa. Thank you, and God bless you.